Good evening, lovely ladies. How are we? What a beautiful day it's been here in Queensland and wherever else you have been. It's Monday and we are here live again. Tonight we are talking about redefining the narrative around perimenopause and menopause. So for those of you that are jumping on now, hey Brenda, how you going? It's great to have you here. And for those of you who may be watching this live later on, then hashtag replay, or watching the replay, hashtag replay. And for those of you that are new to the group, welcome. It's so good to have you here. So this group is a space that is safe for any woman who is going through or thinking they may be going through perimenopause, menopause, or that stage in your life. So this group I've created for women who are over 40. There are some women in who are younger because they are generally going through, some of those or experiencing some of those symptoms. So obviously there's, there's room for everyone. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Lindsay. I'm an integrative health practitioner. I'm a mum to Tilly, partner to Jez. I have a boxer who is 3 and who is loopy. And I have been in the health space pretty much all my life. So from 18 through to whatever I am now, 49, I have worked in health and wellness. So started out as a nurse and went into preventative medicine. After 10 years of nursing, I decided that I really wanted to help people stay well. I didn't want to deal with sick people. I was like, why are people getting so sick? So I really wanted to help people on their journey to basically having health all of their life, right? Instead of falling into the sickness system, which we unfortunately get pulled into because of society norms, unfortunately. So ladies, redefining this narrative, okay? So we're talking about perimenopause and menopause. So for those of you that may be starting this journey, let's just start with perimenopause, okay? Because there's quite a lot in this in terms of what is it, when does it start, how does it happen, what do I experience, and you might not even know you're there. So you might be in this group and getting symptoms, but you might have been told by your doctor that your bloods are okay, which I was told, but you might be feeling like crap. Alrighty, so perimenopause is basically when your body is starting to change. So the first things you tend to notice are your periods changing. Alrighty, so you've gone through puberty at whatever age, 14, 15, and then from 15 to say 35, you will have had a period, hopefully every month. If not, you might have, PCOS, or you've been going, you've had problems maybe with your periods throughout your life. Or you might have been on the pill, you might have an IUD, and you might have just stopped your periods, right? But then you come off of those things because you decided that you no longer want to have children, or you've had all your children and you just want to move on with that journey. So there's so many things that actually becomes quite complex in terms of what is going on in your body. Hence why I do what I do, which is very individualized to you as an individual, because we are all so different, and we have all had very different journeys when it comes to our periods, for instance. Okay, so evening Pamela, hey Melissa, how are you? Hope you're all great. So so that perimenopause can basically start anywhere from around 35 is young, but it can be from 35 up to say 55. All right, so that's huge, right? That's a huge chunk of time whereby we can be going through perimenopause, or it hasn't quite started, and it might start at 50. So my journey started really early at 39, and so I went through the perimenopause journey from 39 to where I am now, which is 49. So 10 years in perimenopause, like 10 years of my life where my body has been changing throughout the 10 years. And I've had to navigate that and understand what's going on with things like my endocrine system, my circulatory system, how my body's eliminating toxins, or is it eliminating toxins? So, it really is a multifaceted, integrated approach. Like, you can't just go to the doctor and get some bloods done and be told that you're okay, that your bloods were in range, because a lot of the time there's so many changes happening which aren't just happening in the blood, but they're happening in the tissue, which is where we find, you know, what's going on most of the time. If you think of the blood is a transporter system, alrighty? So the blood is transporting, it's maintaining homeostasis all the time, whereas the tissue, so i.e. brain, lungs, heart, muscle, all of those organs, they're tissues. This is where we get the breakdown in dis-ease, okay? Because you have toxins sitting in your tissue and mutating, causing the cells to turn into cancerous cells, for example, which then, you know, we go down that bloody slippery slope. So guys, it's really, really, really important that you jump all over the perimenopausal symptoms as early as you can and understand or start to understand what's going on in your body. I know it's like full on because we have 11 systems inside this beautiful vessel that has supported us right up until now. So it's really important to just get a grip on what is going on in inside your body, like understanding the biochemistry of it as well, so that you can then take control of your own health and not have someone tell you that you have to go on thyroxine, for example, because you've got an underactive thyroid. Or, you know, that you're not feeling so good and you're crying every day, so you get put on a antidepressant. Like, I'm not okay with that. I've been a nurse. I've seen the damage that those drugs do to people's bodies and where it leads to. And I want to be able to help you take control of your own health. So how do we redefine this narrative? Like, we need to speak out. We need to understand, women need to understand what is going on in their bodies. They don't need to be led by a GP and be told there's nothing wrong with your bloods and you are okay to move forward with this, or you just have to deal with it. No woman should be having to deal with it. No woman in their right mind who's in a position of a CEO, standing there trying to present to a boardroom, sweating her butt off, not being able to find her words, embarrassed because she's fucked up or whatever, that's not on. No woman should have to go through that. You can see I'm quite passionate about this. It gets me animated, ladies. Like, I've seen too many women lose their jobs because of perimenopausal symptoms. That's not okay. I'm not okay with that. So I want to help you as an individual to understand your own body, to understand what it takes to move forward with your journey, to understand, you know, what you need to ask your doctor, what labs you need to ask for, what blood tests you need to ask for, you know, where you can go from here to help yourself to really fully embrace what could be the next 10 years of your life if you're in perimenopause. Or if you don't know you're in perimenopause, what I'd start doing is start doing some research around, am I experiencing X, Y, and Z, for instance? Am I experiencing anxiety? Are my periods changing? Yes or no? Yes. How are they changing? What's going on? Are they heavier? Are they longer? Are they shorter? Are they going as in, you know, stretching out like you don't have one for 2 months, then you get 2 in a row? These are the changes we're looking for. We're looking for changes in our hair. We're looking for changes in our skin. We're looking for changes in our nails. We're looking for changes in our eyebrows. Like, guys, thyroid is huge when it comes to this. If you start losing eyebrows, hair thinning, clumps of hair falling out, that is a true like indication there's something going on with your thyroid gland. And your thyroid gland needs to be supported. It's either not got the minerals it needs, or you're not getting the iodine to support it, or the selenium which it needs. So you need to understand, and that's where my HTMA, or the HTMA, not mine, it's not mine, but I like to claim it, because it's a great lab to analyze what is going on at a deeper level with things like your thyroid, your adrenals, your liver. Like, it can tell us so many things, and we can pick up some real telltale signs of what's going on in your body. So ladies, those of you that are on here now, are you still here? I can see Melissa, I can see Michelle. Hey, Michelle, for the second time today. How are you, Michelle? Yeah, so I think, ladies, you know, for those of you here, like, if you could maybe put in the comments maybe some symptoms that you have experienced, you know, because we're all here and everyone is very different and everyone will experience a very different experience of, you know, the symptoms that they're having. So for me, for instance, yes, it was the changes in period that happened first, but I didn't really equate that to perimenopause because no one had told me. This is redefining the narrative. Like, we're not being told that those changes are normal. We're being told that, oh yeah, that just happens and that's fine, then you just have to deal with that. No, that's not good enough. We need some definition around what this is, how women can help themselves, and, you know, what help is out there. And so for me on my own, like, I know there's other women doing it, but, you know, in terms of, we need more of us, right, to be able to put this out there, and we need the message loud and clear that women need support in this area and it's not okay. And there needs to be some research done as well. And, you know, all the research is always on freaking men. That's not on either. Like, where's the research? Let's go. There is more, or there's more and more coming out. But again, it's, you know, it takes a while, right? All these women who have gone before us and that are coming through now. We want the help now. So I think, you know, yes, it's a natural transition. That's fine. I get that. But what I'm not okay with is that people are losing jobs. People are uncomfortable. People are not feeling well. Like, that's not okay. I want you to, you know, to have personal growth and discover what your new strengths are in this period of your life. You know, finding your passion again. Who are you? Like, do you know who you are? Like, we lose our way having children, working, you know, being caregivers all the time. Like, we need to, like, this is where we need to take hold of this and really run with, who am I? Like, who really am I? Like, I found a lot out about myself in the last 10 years. And, you know, that's really helped me to, you know, set up and run my business and be who I am and turn up authentically as me, as Lindsay, no one else, with my skills, with my strengths, which I actually know now in even more depth about my, you know, about my personality and who I am and, you know, what I can offer to women. I want you to have a self-awareness as well, and really understand your body and your mind, because obviously they are so interlinked. And taking, you know, the empowerment of taking control of your own health. Like, what do you need to do? Who do you need to see? And I suppose in terms of what I do, you know, that's a big part of what I do is, you know, the education and awareness. So I use what's called the de-stress protocol, which is an acronym for things like your diet, your exercise, stress levels, sleep, supplements, self-care, toxins, all of those things. Like, I am looking at that whole person. It's a multifaceted approach. It's not just about getting some bloods done and telling you that your hormones are either low or you no longer have hormones, which is a lie anyway, because you do have hormones. We've still got them. We're just not able to produce eggs anymore, and they might be low. Your DHEA might be low. Your progesterone might be low, which is your happy hormone. So if you are feeling depressed, yes, there's things that we can do to help balance that out again. And those base foundational minerals do a lot of that as well. So really understanding, you know, what it is that you need and what your body needs. And there's lots of things that we can do, you know, around diet, around exercise, around just getting out in some sunlight each day. Even if you are living, you know, in Sydney and it's not that as sunny as Queensland, there's still light each day, right? So you can still go out there and get light on your face, which is really going to help with that release of melatonin for later on in the day. So ladies, you know, we all need, I think, you know, if you are in this, this phase in perimenopause, which again, you know, is those changes, it's those symptoms we're looking out for. That is perimenopause. Then you got to start tracking your period. Like, you really need to track it, because one day it's just going to finish, and then you need to know, well, when did I have that? Because if I go 12 months without a period and I forget when it was, then you're never really going to know when you're finished. And I understand some women are put into, medical menopause through cancer journey, or, they might have had their uterus taken out, but they've still got their ovaries. All of these things, that all impacts what's going on in your body. Ultimately, if you take something out, the body's got to then work out how to replace that. So it will be working its ass off to try and work out how to do that. And if you're not supporting your body nutritionally, and you're not putting the right nutrients in, and you're not exercising, and you're not sleeping well, and you're stressed, imagine what your poor body is feeling. Like, think of it like that. Like, what is going on inside? Rather than just hammering your body and drinking more alcohol and taking more drugs, and, you could come and have a consult with me, and we can sit down and nut this out together and really work out, what's going on for you. It's a really important question, and it's a really important, I think, point for you to understand that there is support. What we do, what I do is I give you a personalized plan to work, to use, and that is it for the rest of your life now. That's stuff you've got to implement and do. And yes, you have to do the work. I can give you the tools, but I can't actually do it for you. You have to do that yourself. Sorry, ladies. I know that hurts sometimes. Helping you build that, creating that holistic wellness plan for you, which is going to include, the foods that you need to eat, the foods you need to eliminate, because we look at, reducing those inflammatory foods, because all of what's going on in our body is a form of inflammation, right? So we need to reduce the inflammatory or the inflammation markers. We need to reduce the, the foods that are causing that. We need to reduce the stress, because that obviously causes inflammation in the body. We need to change the exercise, because again, that causes stress in the body. So all of this culminates into, what I talk about, which is the rain barrel. And if your rain barrel is overflowing with water or with symptoms, we need to do something about it. We can't just leave it, and we need to jump all over it. And, ultimately, I want you to feel empowered. I want you to go away and understand what's going on. And I want you to gain knowledge so that you can move forward, for the next 40 years, navigating this perimenopause, menopause journey with confidence, right? Because I think we're just told that this is it, and it's just a period in your life. Oh, excuse the pun there, right? Period in your life. We're missing our period, right? It's gone. That's it. So what happens from here? So I really want to support women, and really my vision is to help you, educate you, support you, guide you, empower you to feel good about your health. Alrighty? Like, we're in a period in our lives that is pretty busy. You might be looking after elderly parents. You might have teenage kids. You might be running, you might be CEO of your business, or running a business, and, being in a big corporate company. There's a lot of stress on us, and on a lot of different levels. So, just having someone, an accountability buddy, whatever you want to call it, but someone that can actually help you, guide you, support you. I'm that person. I'm an integrative health practitioner. That is what I do. And it's all very natural, just getting down to how we can support your body, and decrease that inflammation and decrease that stress, so that you are living the best life. So ladies, I'd love your spin on this. I'd love, if anyone's watching this and watching the replay, how would you redefine, this menopause, perimenopause conversation right now? Because, the doctors are just not jumping on it. And more women I see are medicated when they come to me. And that makes everything even worse. So I want women to get to me before they're medicated, so I can really help them. And then there's a place for that, right? Some people need HRT, and that's okay. And I'm okay with that too. I just never did it because I didn't need to, because I'd balanced my body out so well and ate well and exercised and did all the things. But, if you need help immediately, then HRT can really help with that. It can really eliminate some of those symptoms, and also, give you the brain power, give you, you know, your mental clarity back and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean you have to be on it forever. So I think, you know, it's just really, it's your journey and you need to understand that. And not every woman is the same. So that's what I want to get across, ladies. I just love your spin on it as well. And if you do have any comments or you want to, you know, send me an email or whatever about it, then yeah. And obviously reach out if you would like to have a consult. I do offer a 15-minute chat, which basically allows us to see where you're at and have a chat about if what I do is going to get you to where you need to go. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing week. Some of us are on school holidays. I know some people have already been on school holidays for a week. I am still working this week. And then next week I'm going to Stanthorpe for a few days, but that's only on Tuesday. So Monday I will be going live. So I'll see you next Monday. And yeah, enjoy your evening. Lots of love to everyone. Look after yourselves. Take care and reach out. You know where I am.